Before we begin, a quick note. The opinions and analysis shared on Truth Seekers are our own interpretations of published research and should not be used as medical, financial, or professional advice. Always consult qualified professionals for decisions affecting your health or well-being.
And with that out of the way, welcome to Truth Seekers. I'm Bill Morrison.
And I'm Alex Barrett. Today is December 17th, 2025, and we're talking about the miracle mineral that isn't.
Let's get to the truth.
So, Bill, have you seen this sleepy girl mocktail thing that's absolutely everywhere on TikTok?
The magnesium powder drink? Yeah, it's hard to miss. My sister sent me 3 different videos about it last week.
3 in 1 week?
3, all with basically the same caption about how it changed her life, fixed her sleep, calmed her anxiety.
Right, and it's not just TikTok anymore. The BBC, WebMD, every wellness influencer I follow is calling magnesium this miracle mineral that will transform your sleep, cure your anxiety, fix your mental health.
And it sounds so reasonable, right? It's just a mineral. Your body needs magnesium. It's not like we're talking about some sketchy compound nobody's heard of.
That's exactly what makes it so convincing. Plus, if you're someone who's been struggling with sleep or feeling anxious, which, let's be honest, is most of us these days, you're desperate for something that might help.
Low effort, high reward. Drink this simple thing and sleep like a baby.
So, naturally, I wanted to know what the actual research shows. Because in my journalism days, I learned that when everyone's shouting about a miracle cure, there's usually a massive gap between the headline and what the study actually found.
Oh, there's a gap here.
Tell me you've got the numbers.
I do. There's a major study that came out in August 2025, published in Nature and Science of Sleep. Researchers at Leibniz University in Germany ran a proper, randomized, double blind, placebo controlled trial with 155 adults.
Okay, that's decent. Not huge, but proper methodology.
Yeah, they recruited people who reported poor sleep for more than 4 weeks, gave half of them magnesium bisglycinate supplements and half a placebo, then measured outcomes after 4 weeks.
And
The magnesium group did show a statistically significant improvement in their insomnia severity scores compared to placebo. The magnesium group's score dropped by 3.9 points, while the placebo group dropped by 2.3 points.
hang on, the placebo group also improved.
Significantly, yeah. That's the first thing that jumped out at me. The difference between the two groups is only about 1.6 points on the insomnia severity scale.
That's quite modest, isn't it?
Well, hold on. It's statistically significant. The effect size was zero point 0.2, which, yes, is classified as small, but
But when you're hearing miracle mineral and life changing, you're not thinking 1.6 points better than placebo. That's barely different.
I don't know if I'd say barely different. To put it in perspective, the placebo effect was roughly 76% as strong as the magnesium effect.
Right, which means you're getting a benefit, but it's not dramatically different from just believing something will help you sleep.
Okay, but here's where I push back a bit. For individual people, small effect sizes can still matter clinically. If you're the person who goes from waking up 5 times a night to twice, that 1.6 points might feel pretty significant.
That's fair. I'm not trying to dismiss it entirely. I just think the claim is wildly out of proportion to what the data shows.
Yeah, okay, I'll give you that. And it gets more interesting when you look at what the study didn't find.
Go on.
They also measured anxiety, stress, mood, and fatigue as secondary outcomes. Across all of those measures, magnesium showed no significant improvements compared to placebo.
Wait, no improvement in anxiety at all?
None. The p-value was greater than 0.05, which means statistically there's no evidence it helped with anxiety, stress, or mood.
But that's one of the main things people are taking it for. Every other TikTok video is someone saying it calmed their anxiety.
I know.
This is exactly what frustrated me when I was working in media. You'd have a headline screaming about anxiety relief, and then the actual study shows nothing of the sort. But the retraction or the nuance never gets the same reach as the original claim.
Never.
People see the headline, they don't read the study.
And there's another layer here that I find really interesting. The researchers found an exploratory correlation between how much magnesium people were getting from their diet at baseline and how well they responded to the supplement.
Meaning what exactly?
People who had lower dietary magnesium intake at the start showed greater improvements from supplementation. So the benefit isn't universal, it's conditional on whether you're already getting enough magnesium from food.
That makes sense biologically, doesn't it? If you're deficient in something, supplementing helps. But if you're already getting plenty from your diet, taking more doesn't magically make you better.
Exactly. But here's where it gets tricky. Most people don't actually know if they're getting enough magnesium from their diet.
Can't you just get a blood test?
This is the problem. 99% of your body's magnesium is stored in your bones and tissues, not in your blood. Serum magnesium tests are notoriously unreliable for assessing your actual magnesium status.
Huh.
So you can't easily test for it, which means you have no idea if you're the person who would actually benefit from supplementation.
So you're just experimenting blind.
Pretty much. And influencers aren't exactly conducting dietary assessments before recommending supplements to their millions of followers.
No, they're just saying everyone should take this, which, if the benefit is mainly for people with low dietary intake, means they're selling supplements to loads of people who probably don't need them.
And who could be getting adequate magnesium from food. Seeds, nuts, whole grains, leafy greens, dark chocolate. These are common foods that provide plenty of magnesium.
Wait, didn't we talk about this before? The magnesium thing?
Hmm.
With the beans episode, the bean talk one, I feel like magnesium came up.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Beans have magnesium. And we talked about how they were being sold as this neurotransmitter support thing.
Same pattern, isn't it? Food naturally contains the thing, but that doesn't sell supplements.
There's no affiliate commission on telling people to eat more spinach.
Or beans, apparently.
Right. And the supplement market around this is enormous. It's worth about 3 billion pounds and apparently doubling.
Of course it is. And the timing here is interesting, isn't it? This explosion happened in 2024 and 2025, but it's not like there was some groundbreaking new research that suddenly proved magnesium works miracles.
Not at all. The systematic review from 2023 found only 5 randomized controlled trials on magnesium and sleep in the entire existing literature. Total participants across all of them 247 people.
That's tiny.
Minuscule. And the results were inconsistent. 2 trials showed improvements, 3 found no significant effects. The authors explicitly said there's a clear need for much larger, well powered studies.
So this isn't a case of science discovering something new and everyone getting excited. This is marketing meeting anxiety about sleep problems.
Yeah, and I think there's something about the ritual aspect too that's worth talking about. The sleepy girl mocktail isn't just taking a magnesium pill. You're mixing powder into tart cherry juice and soda.
Which sounds disgusting, by the way.
Does, yeah. But you're making it every night before bed. You're creating this whole routine.
That ritual itself probably has a placebo effect, doesn't it? You're signaling to your brain that it's time to wind down.
Absolutely. When I was doing A/B testing in tech, I saw how powerful these behavioral cues can be. The act of preparing the drink, the consistency of doing it every night, that's sleep hygiene regardless of what's in the glass.
Right. And you could probably get a similar benefit from a cup of chamomile tea and the same bedtime ritual without spending money on supplements.
Probably, yeah. Actually, the Wikipedia article on the Sleepy Girl mocktail says the scientific evidence remains inconclusive, with the placebo effect potentially playing a significant role in any perceived benefits.
Which is not what you'd gather from watching the TikTok videos.
Not even slightly. And I want to be clear, I'm not saying magnesium does nothing. The study did find a statistically significant effect on sleep, even if it was small. For the roughly 30% of participants who showed clinically significant improvements, that benefit was real.
Okay, but that's 30%, not everyone. And we don't know who those people are ahead of time.
Right.
So if you happen to have low dietary magnesium intake and you start supplementing, you might be one of those people who benefits, but you're essentially experimenting on yourself without knowing if you're in the right group.
Yeah, that's accurate.
And what about people who genuinely have sleep problems or anxiety disorders? Because I worry that someone sees these claims, buys the supplement, and thinks that's their solution when they might actually need proper medical help.
That's a really important point. The researchers in the German study explicitly stated that while magnesium did improve insomnia severity scores, the mean score at the end still remained in the sub threshold insomnia range, meaning supplementation alone is unlikely to eliminate insomnia in many individuals.
So if you're really struggling, this isn't sufficient treatment.
Not even close. MD Anderson Cancer Center put out guidance saying most sleep issues aren't caused by your diet. And if you're really struggling with sleep, you may need to speak with your doctor to find long term solutions.
Which is far less sexy than drink this and fix everything. But it's actually honest.
And the supplement itself isn't dangerous for most people. The study found 93% of participants had no adverse events. Only 2 people withdrew from the magnesium group due to gastrointestinal issues, which was similar to the placebo group.
So it's generally safe, just not the miracle it's being sold as.
Right. And look, I think there's intellectual honesty in saying that small improvements can matter. If you're one of the people who responds well and you notice better sleep, that's a real benefit to your life, even if the effect size is technically small.
Absolutely. I'm not trying to take that away from anyone. But the claim is the problem. Miracle mineral that transforms your sleep, anxiety, and mental health versus might modestly improve sleep severity in some people, particularly those with inadequate dietary intake, with no evidence for anxiety or mood benefits.
Those are very different messages.
Completely different. So, what should people actually do?
Start with food. If you're concerned about magnesium, look at your diet first. Are you eating seeds, nuts, whole grains, leafy greens regularly?
And if you're not, that's probably where to start rather than jumping straight to supplements.
Yeah. Then look at sleep hygiene. Consistent sleep schedule, cool, dark room, managing stress, limiting screens before bed. Those aren't glamorous, but they're evidence based.
And if you still want to try magnesium after that,
It's generally safe for people without kidney disease, so experimenting with it occasionally isn't harmful. Just go in with realistic expectations. You're not buying a miracle, you're trying something that might help a bit, particularly if your diet's been lacking.
and definitely don't skip talking to your doctor if you're genuinely struggling with sleep or anxiety.
Absolutely. Because one thing the supplement industry is really good at is making you think the solution is simple when the problem is often complex.
There's no affiliate commission for examine your sleep hygiene and maybe see a therapist.
Sadly, not. But that's where we come in.
The unsexy truth tellers.
Someone's got to do it.
Right, that's all for today's dive into the data. Just remember, everything we've discussed is our interpretation of published research and shouldn't replace professional medical advice.
Absolutely. If you're dealing with health or mental concerns, talk to your doctor, not just us data nerds on a podcast.
I'm Alex Barrett,
And I'm Bill Morrison
and we'll see you next time.
on Truth Seekers,
Until then, question everything.
but verify with data.